Hello everybody and welcome back to another new vlog. Thank you for joining me once again. Today I'm in the beautiful city of London, and you might not have guessed that considering that's Buckingham Palace behind me. Yeah, so I'm just having a quick wander around. I've already taken a couple of shots over at Westminster Bridge, and I think I've got a decent shot of the Elizabeth Tower, which houses of course Big Ben. So that was quite an interesting little bit to walk along. I've been here a couple of hours and I haven't really had much of a chance to actually stop and do any vlogging yet, so this is really the first time I've managed to do that. I've only got a couple of hours left, maybe even an hour and a half, but I'm going to see if I can find another few more shots other than obviously Buckingham Palace and the Palace of Westminster and Elizabeth Tower and so on. So hopefully this will work out nicely. As you can imagine, it's not very easy to be taking photos outside of Buckingham Palace on a Saturday afternoon. There's people all over the place. I can't get anywhere near it to take a decent photo, but I've tried, and every time I've tried to set the camera up I can see people watching me, knowing that I'm about to take a photo, and they can see what I'm doing, and then they walk straight in front of me just as I'm about to take the photo, which is rather annoying, because they've been watching me for the past 5 minutes trying to set up and wait for people to get out of the pissing way. But never mind, I managed to get a few decent shots, so I'll show you some of the best ones now. I'm going to head over to St Paul's Cathedral now, I think, and see if I can get a decent shot over there. I think I can, and I think I've just about got enough time to get away with it as well. So I just managed to get to St Paul's Cathedral and take a couple of shots there. I don't know which is my favourite, so I'll put that up now. But I thought to myself, I've probably just about got enough time now to take one or two more shots down by the River Thames. I'm not all that far from it. But I was walking back towards Bank Underground Station to get the train, the Northern Line train back to London Euston, and I thought, well, I've got a few minutes to spare. I could always take a little bit of a detour down to the river and have a look if I can find a couple of shots down there. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully I've just about got enough time to do this, but we'll soon find out. I reckon that if I'd gone straight to Bank Station and got all the way there, I'd have got the Northern Line train. I'll be in Euston Station by roughly 3:15. Well, my train doesn't leave there until 3:38, so I know that I've got just over 20 minutes to spare to try and do this little bit of a walk as well. So that's why I'm doing this here. This could be quite an interesting shot. I've got the Millennium Bridge in front of me, which is a fantastic bridge, and I think I'm going to take a shot of that from down by the side of the river, and probably another shot looking back along the River Thames from Millennium Bridge. So I'm just going to walk down here towards the bridge and see if I can take these last couple of shots. So that is Millennium Bridge just there behind me, and then just in the distance there you can see Blackfriars Bridge, and right in the far distance you may just about be able to see, just in the background, Tower Bridge as well, just poking its head above everything else just there. That may be very difficult to see on the video actually, but I can see it on the photos. Anyway, now I'm going to make my way back towards Bank Station. I think I might take another picture looking back towards Southwark Bridge from the Millennium Bridge. Southwark Bridge is over my shoulder here, and that looks quite an interesting picture. But I've got quite an interesting fact about Millennium Bridge, which is this one just behind me, of course. When it was first built and opened for the new millennium at the beginning of 2000, it used to swing and sway when people were walking across it. I don't know if it still does, I think they corrected that, but it was quite an interesting feeling to be walking across that bridge and it was actually swaying from side to side, not very much but enough that you could feel it. Anyway, I'm going to get up there now and take another photo back towards Southwark Bridge, and then I'm heading back to Bank Station. So folks, I've had to wait until I got almost home to do the outro to this video, basically because I was in a rush to try and get to my train at London Euston. Unfortunately I didn't make that train. Well, actually I did. Technically I was there on time. The train was sitting at the platform, but there was a guard at the end of the platform who wouldn't let me get onto the train, despite the fact that there were a couple of minutes left before the train was due out, and I could have made it quite easily, but that doesn't make any difference really. In the end I managed to get another train out of London Euston about half an hour later, so that didn't really matter too much. If you've enjoyed this video, then please remember to give it a thumbs up, and also please remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I look forward to seeing you again on another vlog very soon. Bye for now.